I've run a marketing agency since 2020, and I've worked with and consulted over 100 different e-commerce brands doing 7 figures, 8 figures, and even 9 figures a year in revenue. And one of the biggest pain points that I see brands face at all levels when it comes to increasing their new customer acquisition and scaling that part of the business is, how do we spend more money on Facebook ads but keep our CPA in line with our MER or profitability targets? And one of the ways you can do that is to build a process that constantly spits out winning ad creatives that you can upload to Facebook ads, and you can scale your ad spend consistently month over month because you always have multiple winners that you can direct spend towards, and your account is not just relying on one winning ad to drive all the spend, and when that ad stops working, you have to scale the ad spend back down to stop losing money. So if you've seen any other of my ad creative videos on my channel, you'll know that I talk a lot about frameworks, and frameworks are really the way that you can unlock consistency with finding winning ads. We're going to cover that in this video. And I'm also going to break down 4 different ads, 2 videos and 2 static ads from a brand that's doing $10 million a year. Athena Club, as you see here, $10.5 million in 2024. And this is a brand that sells razors, but also overall more like a skincare beauty brand, right? And before we actually dive into the source of the video, I just want to share that you can trust the information I'm going to be sharing with you today. And this is just a refresh on the Shopify dashboard for one of our clients showing year to date just over $5.3 million in revenue. What we do within my marketing agency is we help e-commerce brands scale. And the way that we do that is through done-for-you services. We focus a lot on the ad creatives, producing winning ads on a consistent basis, done for you for clients, everything from sourcing content creators to editing the ads to coming up with the ideas, writing the briefs, all that stuff. And we can also actually manage the meta ads media buying as well. And we do other services beyond that, but within the realm of this video, those are the main 2 areas that we're going to be focusing on. If you're an e-commerce brand owner doing at least 100K per month and that is something that interests you, then just below this video in the description, there's a link to my website. You can go ahead. You can book a call directly with me. We'll have a chat about your business and see if there's actually a fit for us to work together. If it's not a right fit, I'll let you know up front, and I'll provide some insight as to what we're seeing with our existing clients and what I would do in your position. And if it is a right fit, then I'll tell you about the next steps and what those look like, right? So let's get straight into the video itself. And we're going to start by looking at the videos. So the way this works is I'm going to play the video. We're going to watch the ad together, and then we're going to break it down step by step and look at the framework, look at the elements of the framework, and understand how is this ad actually structured so that you can take the same process and apply it to your own ads. So let's look at this one first.
So Birdie names this the best shaving kit for women, and here's why. 1, I get a very close shave and my legs feel super soft. 2, it actually leaves my skin feeling moisturized. 3, they look and feel so luxurious. I hate when I'm using other razors and I somehow always end up getting razor burns, nicks, and cuts. So when I kept seeing Athena Club's ads all over, I wanted to give them a try. I mean, just look at how pretty this razor is, and it feels so luxurious. It gives me the closest shave and my legs feel the softest they've ever been. Plus, Athena Club's razor kit is super affordable. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. If you're ready for seriously soft skin, try Athena Club today.
Okay, so that's the ad. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But the first thing you might notice is the pacing of the ad is very quick. And looking at the content creator that they're using, they're targeting maybe women in their late 20s, early 30s, right? And to be able to hold attention for that type of demographic, that age range, you need things to move fast, right? They're used to TikTok, they're used to Instagram Reels, fast paced. And in order to hold attention, things need to be moving quickly. You need to be changing the visual. So that is just like something else besides what we're going to go through that you should be applying to your own ads. If you are targeting an older demographic, let's just say in their 50s, 60s, then you do want to slow it down a little bit, but still you want to be changing the visual every 2 to 3 seconds just to keep things fresh and keep the engagement high, right? So this one is a 3 reasons why video, and it doesn't really strike you as a 3 reasons why video at the very beginning, because usually with a 3 reasons why video, the hook is 3 reasons why and then XYZ, right? But this one, I think, is a little bit clever because it kind of masks the 3 reasons why into the next part. So the hook itself is social proof based. Here's why Birdie recommends XYZ, name this the best razor according to experts or whatever the hook actually was. Birdie named this the best shaving kit for women, right? They're leveraging authority from Birdie, which is a well-known publication, especially for this demographic. They likely have consumed a lot of Birdie's content and they trust that source, right? So leveraging that is extremely smart to grab attention and stop the scroll, right? So third-party authority instantly builds credibility and also curiosity, and it leverages outside validation to grab attention rather than us just saying, this is the best razor. It's like, no, these people who are experts said it's the best razor. Here's why, right? Then it goes into the 3 reasons why. And the 3 reasons why, it quickly lists the 3 emotional and functional reasons, increase in perceived value, right? If we just go back to this video right here and we go to the point where the 3 reasons to start.
And here's why. 1, I get a very close shave and my legs feel super soft. 2, it actually leaves my skin feeling moisturized. 3, they look and feel so luxurious.
Okay, so the 3 reasons, they're said in 7 seconds, right? Very, very quick. And it just gives them to us like very quickly, 1, 2, 3, and very easy to digest. So as we say here, the pacing is tight with a clear structure, and that just keeps engagement high as well. Then we go into the problem, right? Just kind of, okay, here are the 3 reasons why, but let's take a step back and actually understand the problem just so we can resonate with the customer a little bit more. So here it introduces the frustration with alternatives. You know, when the creator talks about, you know, you get razor burns, nicks, cuts, the typical problems that this customer will face, right? It increases relatability. It also creates some contrast as well. And it prepares the viewer to accept Athena as a better solution. So it's basically lining it up as there's a better alternative out there. And what I would actually do to make this video better is I would go deeper into the pain point right here.
I hate when I'm using other razors and I somehow always end up getting razor burns, nicks.
Right, so it's true, but it's quite generic. Like every other brand that's selling razors out there is using the same phrase. Customers have seen it before and it's good, but how can we make it better? Well, we could go deeper into why you get nicks and cuts, right? Why is it that some razors give you nicks and cuts and some others don't? And maybe a misconception that customers have is that only the most expensive razors are not going to give you nicks and cuts. Well, maybe that's not true, right? Athena Club sells a very affordable razor and a subscription kit that doesn't give you nicks and cuts, right? Or burns or you know, different issues that the customer is facing. So going deeper into that pain point would basically expand this framework a little bit more, make the ad a little bit longer, but it would go from problem to problem agitation. And it could also go into more the education side, right? Because when you're talking about the problem, it's like, that's great as well. But what does this actually mean for the human? Yes, you get nicks and cuts, which is painful. But what the concern is really about is, no, because when I go out and I want to wear a skirt, dress, whatever, this is what the customer is thinking, is that if I want to wear that, I don't want to be going out with legs that have razor burns and cuts and all over them, right? And that is what you want to get towards. You want to tap into the desire that the customer has. And the desire the customer has is attraction of the opposite sex, right? Is validation from other women. Like those are the things that are really going to meet the customer where they're at and make them feel understood, right? So that is what I would do in this video to enhance it even further and build in more structure to have more direct response, have more consumer psychology, to lead up to the product introduction even more so that when we do introduce the product, it is much more powerful, okay? So what this brand is doing, that they're going from that directly into the product discovery and intro. And this adds a layer of FOMO and social proof, basically saying that this brand is everywhere, and that creates curiosity and it normalizes the purchasing decision as well, because other people are doing it. I'm not going to feel stupid if I purchase this product, right? Tons of other people are doing it, so it must be good, right? So let's just watch that part again.
So when I kept seeing Athena Club's ads all over, I wanted to give them a try.
Okay, so within product discovery, it's always good to give, like, this is the reason why we use this block, is because you want to give people a reason or a way, like how you actually found the product, right? Because if you want to make your UGC ads look very native and don't come across so much as ads, then you have to have some sort of native way of finding the product. I was, scrolling through Instagram and I kept seeing these ads. I, have a friend who has amazing legs and I asked her, like, how do you get so amazing legs? And she told me that she uses Athena Club. Like, you have to have some sort of way that you find the product, right? Because otherwise it's like, yeah, this brand just paid this person to say this about the product and great. That's not very effective when you're trying to scale and find a winning ads that you're going to spend a lot of money on. So this is really, really important. And then it also becomes the product intro as well, right? Product discovery also doubles as product introduction. Then we get right into the product features, right? So sensory-driven appeal combines visual with tactile feel and a strong product-forward movement to build desirability. So let's just watch this again.
Just look at how pretty this razor is, and it feels so luxurious. It gives me the closest.
Okay, so just subtle, but it's what this kind of demographic values. How the razor looks, how it feels, all that stuff. It's subtle and it's a small thing, but I think it does add a lot of value to the video itself. Then we go into the benefit itself, right? So emotional climax, dramatic delivery of ultimate benefit, highly expressive and engaging, mimicking organic UGC tone. So let's just give this right here.
Shave and my legs feel the softest they've ever been. Plus.
Okay, so basically just the outcome, right? The softest legs they've ever been. Now, again, I would expand on this a little bit further by going back to the desire, right? Like, why does that even matter, right? Why does a woman want the softest leg she's ever had and be able to do that consistently? Because when she goes out, summer, all these kind of things, right? You start to tie them back in to your outcome and your product. And that is ultimately how you build stronger direct response ads, is by always linking it back to what does the customer actually want as an outcome? What are they thinking in their mind? Yes, like the customer doesn't want a better razor, They want the outcome, right? They want to be perceived as higher value from other people, the opposite sex, other women, like those kind of things, right? That's what we need to be thinking of. And then finally, it ends with the CTA, which is a strong price to value CTA close, and adds urgency and overcomes the price objections, reframing luxury as accessible. So let's watch this right here.
Athena Club's razor kit is super affordable. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. If you're ready for seriously soft skin, try Athena Club today.
Okay, if you're ready for seriously soft skin. And again, the CTA itself, I would tie it back to the desire. If you're ready to have all your friends asking you, how do you get such soft legs all the time? Then try Athena Club today. If you're ready to start catching eyes on the street, try Athena Club today, right? Obviously, these can be worked and improved, but I think you get my train of thought on where I'm going with this. And by the way, this framework is a great one that you can actually take and apply within your own brand, right? You can just take the same structure. You can take some of the additional things I spoke about, rewatch this multiple times, take notes, and start to translate this to your own brand. And this is really the easiest way to build direct response ads, is with these proven frameworks, because they're proven to work, and you build them with each of these individual modules. The beauty of this is that there's no one and done. There's no right way to do this. Yes, there's a structure that you should follow in terms of starting with a hook, introducing a problem, introducing some agitation, making the customer feel understood, aligning with them and what they want as the outcome, and then introducing your product, introducing the benefits, the features, and then adding social proof, authority, CTA. Like that is pretty much the rough structure that you should follow. But there's certain differences and nuances that come by depending on the framework that you're using. But ultimately, you can swap things around, you can add things in, you can take things out and just test it. And eventually what you're going to be doing is you're going to start to get into a cycle of producing these winning ads because they're more structured. And because when you analyze these ads in the Facebook Ads Manager, you can see hook rates, hold rates. You can also look at the engagement chart, the graph that shows you when the steepest drop-offs are occurring and what part of the video, right? Maybe it's at 4 seconds, steep drop-off. You can go back and watch the video. Why? But you can also go back to when you build a video with a framework and say, okay, someone's dropping off here at the problem. Why is that? You can start to build a hypothesis for why that's happening. And then you create an iteration of that ad, meaning you take that part of the video where the steep drop off is occurring, you change it out for something else, you restructure the ad creative a little bit. That's your iteration. You test that and then you see if you get better results, right? You see if the drop off doesn't happen there. Okay, do we retain viewers for longer? And does the CTR increase, right? That's the way you need to be thinking about this. You need to be taking a very scientific approach. And that is exactly what we do at my agency, Hayes, and what we do for our clients. And yeah, if that is something that you're interested in, if you don't want to do any of this and you're just like, this makes sense and it sounds great, but I don't have the time, I don't want to learn this, then you can just let us come in and do all this for you, right? As I mentioned, in the description of this video, there's a link to go to my website and book a call if that's something that is interesting for you. All right, now let's watch this second video. The framework is I tried X, here's what happened. So let's watch the video.
I tried the shave routine that's going viral on TikTok, and this is what happened. Not getting razor burns used to be impossible for me, and that's until I was introduced to Athena Club's razor kit, and my life has never been the same. It's the razor that glides the smoothest on my skin. It is so moisturizing, and not to mention, it looks and feels so cute and luxurious. This kit always gives my legs a glossy, soft, and neck-free look, and not only is the kit so affordable, but the Blade subscription makes it so easy for me to incorporate Athena Club into my routine. This is my go-to and forever favorite, and it should be yours as well. I 1000% recommend Athena Club.
Okay, so ad is roughly the same length as the one we just watched before. Also notice that the pacing is the same, right? The way that the shots are changing, it's talking head to B-roll, it's changing it pretty much every second. And again, the demographic we're targeting, right? That's the reason why. So coming back to the framework itself, I tried X, here's what happened. And the hook is the trend hook plus curiosity, right? It opens with the trend driven hook, like this is the TikTok trend or whatever, and this is what happened. I tried this, here's what happened. And it adds a little bit of FOMO, but also the virality aspect as well. And it grabs attention by positioning the product as part of something bigger, right? A TikTok trend. And this is also going back to what we were talking about, product discovery, right? It's like, this is not just some like person that we've paid to shoot an ad, although maybe it is. It's like, I saw this on TikTok and I tried the viral shaving routine. Here's what happened, right? It's someone recounting their own experience. And that's what makes this very native and does not look like an ad at all. And that is the reason why a framework like this can work so well. So let's just watch the hook again.
I tried the shave routine that's going viral on TikTok, and this is what happened. No.
Okay. So notice here, like subtle thing as well, like showing this as the B-roll, like showing the product. Another thing you can do is actually show other videos on TikTok and just like a quick, like you show maybe 3 videos, like 1, 2, 3 as B-roll, like scrolling through them or whatever. You can even overlay the creator on top of that as like a green screen effect, pointing to the videos saying, I tried the viral shaving routine. that I saw on TikTok, right? That's just another way. You can even add more credibility to this is actually a viral shaving routine, and this is how I found it.
I tried the shave routine that's going viral on TikTok, and this is what happened.
Okay, before and after. Before and after is very, very important for a product like this. And having it here very early on at 3 seconds is just going to hook more people in and is going to be like, okay, well, this is a pretty drastic before and after. Let me actually watch on and see what this person is talking about. Okay, that's what's going through the customer's mind. So after this, we kind of take a step back, right? So rather than just going straight into here's like the outcome of the viral shaving routine, we take a step back and we go into the problem introduction. Okay, so it introduces a relatable problem and it instantly builds empathy and sets the stage for the transformation. So if we just watch this video again when we get to that stage.
Happened. Not getting razor burns used to be impossible for me. And that's until I was...
Not getting razor burns used to be impossible for me. And just as we saw in the previous video, this is what the customer is facing. But again, to enhance this is why does that matter, right? Not getting razor burns was impossible for me. I tried this, I tried this, I tried this. By the way, which are 3 failed solutions that you would state that the customer that you're targeting has already tried. I tried this razor, I tried laser hair removal, I tried waxing. The waxing was painful and expensive. The laser hair removal was expensive, and I was concerned what it was doing to my health. And this razor, was expensive, or this razor was cheap, or like whatever it is, right? But it gave me nicks and cuts, and the blades wouldn't last very long, right? You give reasons, and all we're trying to do with these ads, right, in the simplest form is, first of all, before you create the ads, understand your customer inside out, what they're going through. Then in your ads, make sure you meet them where they're at, right? Make them feel understood. Someone who feels understood is someone who buys. So by being able to go into the details of the failed solutions, the person that's watching this is going, yeah, like that's also what I suffer from. I'm not alone. Finally, someone who understands me. And when you get that light bulb moment with the person that's watching your video, you get more engagement in your videos, you get higher click-through rate, you get higher conversion rate, you get more sales, the video becomes a winner, it creates a flywheel effect, it gets more social proof, and you're off to the races, right? That's a winning ad you can scale. So this is how I want you to be thinking. And ultimately, that is the foundation of the winning ads, right? So let's go back to the framework right here, and we get into the product discovery. You need to have a way that the person in the video, the content creator, actually found the product, right? Not be some sort of random thing. And within this, we also have the solution, right? Because again, by introducing the product, we are also introducing, in effect, the solution. And the personal transformation moment shows the emotional impact of the product and then transitions into the strong endorsement. So let's just watch this video again.
I was introduced to Athena Club's razor kit, and my life has...
Quick note, introduced to Athena Club's razor kit, but by who? By my friend, my cousin, whoever it is, right? Just have some more detail to show them more credibility.
Never been the same. It's the razor that glides the smoothest on my...
And then from here, we transition into the actual benefits of using the razor, right? So tangible benefits, the feel, the texture, the experience, and it's also a strong visual. Like the visual matches what the creator is saying very well, right? If we just watch this again.
That glides the smoothest on my skin. It is so moisturizing, and not to mention, it looks and feels so cute and luxurious. This kit...
Okay, so again, mimicking the previous ad that we saw in terms of the same benefits that I mentioned, but then going into the features is more like the way that the razor looks is more of a feature. It's not really a benefit, so that's where the features come in. But again, nonetheless, an important point and likely a good reason why people buy, right? You should look at your post-purchase surveys. You should have a post-purchase survey set up that asks people why they bought, what almost stopped them from buying, and other questions that you can use to gather information on your customers. And maybe what this brand is seeing is in their post-purchase survey, one of the main reasons why someone buys is because the razor looks very cool. It looks very, the aesthetic is very in line with them and the stage they're at in their life. And then we see the end result, which kind of ties us back to actually trying this TikTok shaving kit routine, which, was the promise at the start of the video, right? The promise was, I tried the viral shaving routine. Here's what happened. So we want to actually see the outcome, right? This is what happened, right? It gives your legs a glossy look. It's soft and a nick-free look, right? Those kind of things. And it's a clear before and after payoff, and it emphasizes the consistent outcome as well.
Always gives my legs a glossy, soft, and nick-free look. Not only...
Okay, so it's important to actually show that as well, right? The creator's not only saying these things, but she's showing the actual outcome as well, right? Which reinforces what we're saying with the visual. It's really important that you pair the script itself, what the creator is saying, with the visuals, whether it's A-roll or B-roll, and that is just going to add more trust and more authority to what you're saying in the video, basically.
Free look. And not only is the kit so affordable, but the Blade subscription makes it so easy for me to incorporate it.
Okay, so basically they're going back to the price objection, which is likely another objection that customers face when they're, deciding whether to buy this, right? So saying it's very affordable, that you don't have to worry, like, yes, it looks great and the outcome is great, but it's actually very affordable. Maybe the customer's thinking at this point, oh, this is going to be expensive. Should I check it out or not? Right? So they're overcoming that objection. But as I mentioned in the previous video, what I would do before they get to that stage is explain why the soft and nick-free look, the glossy look is important and why the customer should care about that. And maybe you can also tie in a little bit more of the failed solutions to say, with this, I'm never going back to, hair wax removal or laser hair removal again, right? Or I never have to go to the clinic to get hair removal again. And now I've told all my friends about this and they too have stopped doing laser hair removal and are just doing this in 5 minutes at home every couple of days, like whatever it is. Again, you are relating to the customer, but you're also adding more direct response, adding more consumer psychology into your ad to make it a more stronger framework, a stronger ad that's built for scale. So we spoke about, this section here with the affordability and the base subscription just goes a little bit more into the benefits and removes a little bit of friction with the purchase process. And then finally we end with the CTA, which is high emotion, 1,000% recommendation, right? It kind of ties into the language that, this audience is using. And it's, classic UGC style closing that reinforces authenticity and trust. And if we just watch this again, we will see what the ending is looking like.
Into my review. This is my go-to and forever favorite, and it should be yours as well. I 1000% recommend Athena Club.
Okay, so the recommendation is like it's coming from a friend, right? Very subtle. It's not like go and buy this now so you don't miss out. Like, yes, those CTAs work as well, but I think it ties in well with the style of the ad that they're using. That it's just a very subtle recommendation, especially when, the hook starts with I tried the shaving routine. Here's what happened, right? It's like the outcome was great. This is basically the outcome. Like, it's great. It's affordable. It's a favorite. I'm using this for life, whatever. And, you should as well. Okay. And that's pretty much it. And I think it's a compelling enough CTA that's going to drive people to go and, check it out on the website. Okay. So that is the video. Now let's look through two statics because videos are great. I love videos. Videos you can definitely scale a lot further than static ads in most cases because you can structure them with a lot more direct response, a lot more selling, right? And that is really the reason why you can scale them much further in most cases. However, there is definitely a place for statics in your ad account. Statics do work. Statics are great at diversifying ad spend into other winning ad creatives. Maybe these winning ad creatives aren't going to be ad creatives that are spending tens of thousands of dollars on every single month, but maybe there's a static you can spend $1,000 on a month, $2,000 on a month, $3,000 on a month, and that is going to allow you to diversify your ad spend a lot as well. And also, these are much faster and easier to produce. So let's look at this one right here. It is a professional product shot in a bathroom, and it says the viral razor is finally back. And it has some callouts here: TikTok viral, sold out 3x, 10,000 5-star reviews, and the product in the middle. Okay, very, very simple. Very simple on brand. And there's a few different things going on here, right? So first of all, the headline is viral validation as the lead message. And opening with this viral razor is finally back leads into the TikTok virality, but it also uses social proof as the core narrative rather than product features, which is ideal for scroll stopping performance on Meta, right? So we're leveraging the virality as like other people are doing this, you should too. You don't need to be the black sheep that goes in the other direction. You can follow the herd. Humans have herd mentality. They want to do what other people are doing and they don't want to be the first to try something. So by doing this and sharing the virality side of things, it automatically bakes that in and is finally back. Also, it ties in the fact that this is like high demand, right? And that it's sold out and that the availability of this is quite low, which adds urgency and scarcity. Not to mention also adds social proof as well, which we've highlighted here with a social proof and scarcity combo by adding in, for example, sold out 3x and the 10,000 5-star reviews. And that also creates FOMO and some trust as well with the social proof right here. And then finally, we have cultural relevance and aesthetic hook. So the Barbie branding, of course, the advantage that this brand has is that they have this Barbie branded product, right? Which is obviously going to help with, stopping the scroll in CTR. And within that helps grabs attention, stops the scroll, and, especially is important for the type of audience that Gen Z millennial audience that they're going after. Okay. Now this static right here is a close-up shot, a professional close-up shot of someone using the product. It says, meet the razor kit. Our award-winning razor just got a makeover. Okay. So first of all, the extreme close-up adds a lot of scroll stop power. So this unfiltered shot of the razor in use is visually bold and intimate, leveraging realism to grab attention in crowded feeds, right? So think about how you can use images that are automatically going to stop the scroll because of the nature of the image itself. Second thing is this text right here. So our award-winning razor just got a makeover, and the makeover messaging adds some sort of newness and some sort of novelty, right? So phrasing like that just taps into the novelty bias that we have as humans, and it signals a refreshed product while reinforcing prior credibility with the award-winning razor, as we saw right here, right? Our award-winning razor just got a makeover. And that also adds a little bit of curiosity to understand, well, what is new about it, right? Our award-winning razor just got a makeover. It must be improved even more, okay? So there's a very clever subheadline and the strong price incentive with urgency. So we see this $5 limited time. So this bubble and bottom banner with the auto applied at checkout, as we can see here, the $5 offer auto applied at checkout. It creates frictionless conversion by combining discount psychology with time sensitivity and therefore the urgency, as we mentioned here as well. Okay. So again, just another static ad framework that you can take and apply to your own brand. Very, very easy to just like take static ads that are working for other brands and take them over to your own brands as well. Right. So that is it for this video. This one, we went through 4 different ads, 2 videos, 2 statics. We spoke about frameworks. We spoke about elements. We spoke about how to make these video ads even better. Hopefully there's a ton that you can actually take and apply to your own brand, which is really the reason why I create these videos, is to help you discover new strategies, new things that you can take to your own brand and apply to scale your brand profitably, right? If you do want an agency, a team that feels like an extension of your own in-house team to come in and do all this for you and just be proactive and just deliver the results and work with a team that has a ton of experience where this is not their first rodeo, then there's a link in the description of this video to actually go to my website and you can book a call with me, 20 minutes. Worst case, I give you some insights as to what we're seeing with our own clients and what I would do in your scenario. And best case scenario, it's a good fit for us to actually move forward and work together. I'll share more of the details and how everything works just so that you have the full lay of the land. All right. Hope to speak with you soon, but that's it for this video.